previous one, I will send you. Okay.
Okay, sure.
You are looking for the your company law is already cleared, or it's just you have to appear for the company law exam also?
No, only group 2, 3 papers, old syllabus.
Okay.
IPCC.
Okay. Okay, so maybe we'll take not much. Have you already revised it? Because the purpose was not the one purpose was the mock test, another was the revision. So you have already revised.
Yes, actually I have the working notes and also have revised it.
Okay, so in this
so
session,
video
basically
is
purpose
not
is that you should revise. This purpose is that
already,
in this session you should revise it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Already had enough working notes and revision.
Done. So let's we don't have much time, so maybe we'll not take more than 3 questions.
Okay, quick revision.
Yeah.
Summary revision. Yeah.
So you need to write the answer. Okay.
Okay.
So 3. Okay. Should I send you through mail, or you can look into this question? You can I will send you through mail.
Yeah. If not, I'll read just read the question here.
Okay.
I'll note some answer and note some key points of the answer.
Okay.
You can just mail me entirely.
Okay. Okay. So should I send this document to you through mail, or you will read this?
Presently, I'll just give a glance. Then after, you can send me in the mail total documents.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Read down. Read.
Yeah. First question, right? Okay. A comment on the following situations: an auditor purchased goods worth rupees 5,01,500 on credit from a company being audited by him. The company allowed him 1 month's credit, which is normally allowed to all known customers. Okay. So
basically, you write the answer because we have already discussion has already happened. Better you write this answer in the paper. Okay. Then you mail me the answers.
Okay, sure. Okay.
I will also give you the answer which is given in the ICI Institute. So that also you can see. But as of now, you write the answer.
So just we can discuss here outline. Then after I'll just write and mail you.
Done. Okay. Whatever, as per your convenience, I'm okay. But if you're writing here now, then because otherwise you as per you, I am okay.
Okay, it's okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So he purchased worth 5,01,500 on credit. 1 month's credit, which is normally allowed to all customers. So here auditor is independent one actually. He took the credit of the goods like normal customers, and credit period is allowed as per the normal norms. So it's not much related to affecting independency, I suppose.
Are you sure?
So he was auditing the same company. Company allowed him 1 month's credit. It depends upon the amount, I think so. Amount.
What is the amount?
Limit.
What is the amount?
Amount limit. Actually, I'm not aware of it exactly.
This should be in your notes. This is basically a very important topic. It's 5 lakh rupees.
Okay,
more than 5 lakh rupees.
Then he cannot audit the books of accounts of the respected company.
Okay. So anyway, if you are if you are doing verbal, then you can check the answer also better.
I have just noted the key points. Means limit of 5 lakh rupees.
Okay. 1 minute. Read the answer.
Okay. Where an auditor purchases goods or services from a company, auditor being on the credit is definitely indebted. And where is the amount limit? Outstanding exceeds rupees 5 lakh. He is disqualified for appointment as an auditor of the company. Okay. The amount outstanding exceeds, if it exceeds 5 lakh rupees, then he is disqualified for appointment as an auditor of that company. It will not make any difference if the company allows him the same period of credit as it allows to other customers on the normal terms and conditions of the business. The auditor cannot argue that he is enjoying only the normal credit period allowed by the other customers. In fact, in such a case, he has become indebted to the company and consequently he has been deemed to have vacated his office. Okay.
Okay.
If the auditor, yeah.
Okay. Next one.
Yes. B. KBC and Co. a firm of chartered accountants has 3 partners, namely Mr. K, B, and C. Mr. K is also in whole-time employment elsewhere, and Mr. B and C do not hold any audits in their personal capacity as the partners of the other firms. Okay. Mr. B and Mr. C do not hold any audits in their personal capacity as partners of the other firms. Okay. The firm is offered the audit of a public company, ABC Limited, and is already holding audit of 40 companies. Audit of public company limited. Okay. Already they were holding the 40 company audits. Again, it's a new company offer, ABC Limited, audit? Public company.
Can the firm take another audit?
The limit of the audit of number of audits of the company is max 40, I think so.
I think you need to revise it properly, Chandana, because I think the revision has to, because if number, I think it's number is for 20 each partner, correct? 20 each partner.
Yes, actually, I have gone through the study material of the ICAI.
ICAI, I am taking from ICAI only. I am taking from ICAI only. So it's a 20 per partner. So how many partners are here?
Okay.
How many partners are here?
3 partners.
How many audits they can take?
3 partners. Mistake.
How many audits they can take?
20 so 60 audits.
So can they take another audit after
20
40?
per each. Yeah,
can they take another audit after 40?
Yes, sure.
But
they can take
here,
the
if
other
you
audit.
see, one partner is full-time employee. He has full-time employment.
Yes.
So his audit will not be considered. His number of audits, because he cannot take any full-time. He cannot take any audit, statutory audit. Okay. So now limit will be among 2 partners, 20 plus 20, 40.
40.
So K is in full-time employment. So his numbers will not be taken for the K because he cannot take any audit.
Who is he's in employment.
Full-time employment. Okay. So they can take maximum of 40 audits. Already they are holding 40 audits of 40 companies, so they cannot take another audit. Correct?
Okay, yeah.
So you need to revise it properly. That's why I told you that first revise it, then only we will take. Anyway, so this is answer.
In company audit.
Company audit has a, I think around 30 numbers. 30 numbers, 30 number question, marks question will come from the company audit. Okay. So you need to revise it properly.
In company audit 1, in company audit 1, I did not find this limit of audits. Maybe in company audit 2, it's there.
Oh, it's there. I can show you 1 minute. I can show you.
In company audit 1, mainly disqualifications, qualifications.
1 minute. This is company audit 1 from the ICAI material only. 1 minute. See.
Ceiling on number of audits. Yeah, but is it company audit 1 only?
Yes, company audit 1 only.
I did not find this. Yeah, in subtopics, powers of audit is there. We can find it easily above.
Okay, anyway, so if you are not prepared, then maybe we can take another one time we can take this topic. But I am telling you that it has to be done in proper
No
way revision.
problem, sir.
Okay, so ceiling on the number of audits, you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
read this.
yeah.
You can read this.
Okay. Okay. Section 143 of Companies Act 2013 states that the following person shall not be eligible for appointment as an auditor of a company. That is a person who is in full-time employment elsewhere. Okay. Or a person or a partner of a firm holding appointment as its auditor if such person or partner is at the date of such appointment or reappointment holding appointment as auditor of more than 20 companies. Other than one-person companies, dormant companies, small companies, and private companies having paid up share capital less than 100 crore rupees. Okay. In the given case, Mr. K, partner in the firm KBC and Co, is in whole-time employment elsewhere. Therefore, he will be excluded in determining the number of company audits that the firm can hold. As Mr. B and Mr. C do not hold any audits in their personal capacity or as partners of other firms, the total number of the company audits that can be accepted by KBC and Co is 40, other than one-person companies, dormant companies, small companies, and private companies having paid up share capital less than 100 crore. And in the given case, company is already holding 40 audits, therefore KBC and Co can't accept the offer for audit of a public company ABC Limited. Okay.
Okay, so the partnership firm
Okay, yeah.
B and C are partners. So if they are holding audits in personal capacity also other than firm, that audit will also be counted in the numbers. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So yes, next.
At the AGM of ICA Private Limited, Mr. X was appointed as an statutory auditor. He, however, resigned after 3 months since he wanted to give up the practice and join industry. State how the new auditor will be appointed by the ICA Private Limited and the conditions to be compiled for. So it is a private limited and X was appointed as statutory. He already resigned after 3 months. Okay. New auditor. It's a vacancy of resignation. So shareholders has to appoint
Not private
auditor
limited company, it's a
at the
public
AGM.
limited company.
It's a public limited. Yeah, sorry. So it's in public limited company. It's a vacancy caused by resignation. So at the, after 3 months of resignation of the auditor, shareholders and company can come up with the AGM. At the AGM, they can appoint the new auditor. Right?
No, so it's resigned after 3 months. So board of directors has to appoint within 30 days. Then after appointment, because it's because of resignation, so after appointment by board of directors, in 3 months time, AGM has to approve. Correct.
Okay.
Understood?
So board of directors should appoint the new auditor within 30 days of
30 days.
3 months of resignation.
Within 30 days of the resignation, then after appointment,
Okay.
3 months, within 3 months, AGM has to approve. If it is because of resignation, if it is other than resignation, that AGM need not to approve. Okay. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after approving at the AGM only, the auditor is stated to be a statutory auditor.
No, he can start working after appointment by BOD, but it has to be approved within 3 months. Okay, see this.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, done.
Read this.
Yes. Appointment of new auditor in case of resignation. Deal with provisions relating to appointment of auditor caused due to casual vacancy. Casual vacancy normally arises when an auditor ceases to act as such after he has been validly appointed. Example: death, disqualification, resignation, etc. The section provides that a casual vacancy shall be filled by the board of directors within 30 days. However, in case of a casual vacancy has been created by the resignation of the auditor, the board cannot fill in that vacancy itself. Such appointment shall be approved by the company at the general meeting convened within 3 months of the recommendation of the board, and then he shall hold the office till the conclusion of the next AGM.
Correct. So
Okay.
it's I was not right. It's basically after AGM approves, then only he can start working. Okay. Then he shall hold the office
Okay.
till the conclusion of
After
next general meeting. Okay. Next.
So only after appointment, after approvement, or
Approval.
till the conclusion of next AGM only, he can hold the office.
Yeah. So after appointment, after approval by the AGM, he will start working. Then till the conclusion of next general meeting, he will be holding the
Till
office.
conclusion of next AGM.
Yeah, next AGM.
In the instant case, Mr. X had been validly appointed and therefore he had resigned. Consequently, the casual vacancy has been created on account of resignation. Therefore, the board of directors will have to fill the vacancy within 30 days and such appointment within 3 months of the recommendations of the board. The new auditors appointed shall hold the office only till the conclusion of the next AGM. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Last question.
Yeah. Yes.
This one.
Okay. Following with respect to applicable provisions. Okay. Maintenance of cost records. Okay. Records has to be maintained similar to audit records by the company, by the board of directors. Section I don't remember exactly.
What is the limit for the cost record? What is the turnover beyond after which the cost record has to be maintained?
Turnover. It depends upon the type of the company, I think so. Manufacturing.
They have specified some companies, and the turnover basically it's around 35, more than 35 crores. And okay, applicability of the cost audit. Okay, so have you read this thing, applicability maintenance of cost records?
No. Just I found in study material only introduction part and about auditing and all those. Yeah.
Because it's a company audit one. It basically contains everything. So this is the study material.
Okay. Tomorrow I'll get up with. I'll prepare with practice manual questions and also if available any recent RTP questions.
If you have not prepared the note, then you refer to this ICI material, okay, and then prepare your notes. But I think you have not completely studied it. So it's basically ICI material is available, and take that material and then do your study. Okay.
Yeah, I have just theoretically studied it, but practical questions have not yet looked at it. So
you need to study the ICI material. Then there is ICI practical questions are also there. So for each topic, I see in ICI website they have provided the practical questions also.
So it would be better if for every topic immediately we go to the practical questions and check it out there itself.
So I will show you where it's available to see. So this is the study material. This is the practice manual.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you want link, then I will give you the link also.
Okay, sir. Just share me the link.
I will give you in chat. Just open your chat. I will give you link.
Okay.
I've sent you.
In chat. Where it is participant. No.
Did you get?
Yeah. I got it.
So this link, complete audit study material is given. If other than audit, so you can go here.
For accounts and ISMIT.
Yeah, all the study materials
later
are given. Yes,
yeah.
And this is the study material. This is the practice manual where questions and answers will be there.
Okay.
So you read it properly, and next time whenever you are whenever you want to do, we just tell me the time and just tell me whenever you are ready. Then maybe we'll schedule accordingly. I will see my availability, then we'll schedule accordingly. Okay,
sure, sir.
Done?
Okay, sir.
Okay, no problem.
Last one thing is schedule which I have sent you that.
So that's basically you have to stick. I cannot comment on that. You have to stick it because what happens at all the times you cannot stick to schedule. So what if I am if you get disheartened, then you will not follow it again. So
Yeah,
sometimes
that's
you
right.
might not stick, then it's okay. You can
Mm.
start following up again. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that is thing. And
And
the
the
second thing
thing
is
is
that
after.
you
Mm,
need to plan your studies. If you are planning to appear for the November exam, then you can need
mm,
to schedule the sessions, revision sessions accordingly,
mm,
because you need to finish
mm.
till October. Okay,
Yeah. Mm.
October, maybe mid October. So you need,
31st.
yeah, so you need to schedule your sessions accordingly, revisions accordingly. Otherwise,
Mm.
it you need to see another maybe May exam. Okay,
No, no way.
so that's why I'm saying that
Yeah.
you need to schedule your sessions and revisions accordingly,
Mm.
so that you are able to complete on time.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so
Mm. So
just
after company audit, I would like to go for advanced accounting.
but
Company
the
accounts
company audit,
maybe.
do it properly. What I find that as
Yeah,
of
yeah.
now, your revisions are not complete. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
revision and study is not even. I don't think that a study, first time study which has to be done, you have not done it. So maybe you take some time, 1 or 2 days, and prepare the company audit. Okay,
Mm.
and
Sure.
whenever you are ready, tell me. So we will take it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, sir.
okay,
Okay.
done. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.